What's up, Scorpio? This is Jesse with 44 Astro with a general tarot reading for the new moon coming up on January 11th. That's 111. That is an activation number. It represents the Holy Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Vishnu, Shiva, and Brahma. There's all kinds of trinities. I believe it's really a quaternity because you have to take in the feminine. Some would argue that the Holy Spirit aspect is the feminine, and I can go with that. But Carl Jung believes it's a quaternity, and so do I. Because 4 in the occult is the Trinity being expressed in the physical world. And we live in a physical world, so therefore it is a quaternity. You have to take existence or experience as part of the Trinity. Either way, right there. This new moon will be at 20 degrees Capricorn at 6:57 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. It will be in the 23rd mansion of the moon. I will put a picture of the 23rd mansion up. This is all about freedom, liberation. The astrology supports change right now because the sun and the moon will be in the exact conjunction, 0 orb, which means it's sitting directly on top of each other. There's no degrees difference. They're going to be directly on top of each other in Capricorn. So this is very practical energy, disciplined energy, but it's trine Uranus, which is change, sudden change generally, revolution, things like that. But it being in Capricorn will make it more of a planned type change, planned. There's also what you call like a minor grand trine between Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. So it's a good aspect with those three together like that, even though there is an opposition, but that's just balancing a little bit of energy. But it's good for growth, so it's a good time for change, growth, and freedom. And for Scorpio Ascendant, you're talking your second or third house, so this will be activated in your house of money or possessions, second house, or communication in the way you learn, so there could be changes and growth in those areas. Or some kind of liberation or freedom in those areas. Maybe big windfall of money gives you liberation and freedom from having to grind for money. I hope so. I'm Scorpio. I hope so. Anyway, this is the card that came out for the moon card. Adjustments are required. I mean, when aren't adjustments required? That doesn't really tell us much, right? Adjustments are always required. The one thing that is constant is change and adjustments. Oop, right there. Let's see what... Ooh. Burning down the house or bringing down the house. Hard work, though. Being crossed by hard work. Sudden change being crossed by hard work. Very interesting. Ooh, big energy here. Could be some kind of new opportunity for sure. You know, behind you is the death card, so there's been some kind of recent transformation in Scorpios. I know that I have went through a recent transformation, but I'm not going to get into me. This isn't about me. This is some kind of new perspective, and it looks like many Scorpios have very recently went through a transformation of some sort, or you've had a loss, like an actual death, maybe a family member or something like that. But most likely it's just transformation, though will be different for every Scorpio. The current situation is a tower. Boom! Sudden, drastic change. I mean, like I said, the energy is there for that with Uranus hitting that sun and moon. Something drastically happened, and it was crossed by something you had to work hard to get through or to get over. Like, so this, for example, for me, right? Been having bad weather, ended up having a roof leak, and I've been working my butt off to try to fix it. All right. I think I finally got it fixed, but I'm not sure. But that's just like an example of what I'm saying. And I'm a Scorpio, so this kind of applies. So something happened maybe for some of y'all, and you're having to work very hard to fix whatever the situation is, right? Some kind of social gathering is crowning you. The conscious energy. I mean, we did just have all the holidays and the get-togethers and all that, and that may have been what caused this situation. Or at some gathering that you're invited to, some social get-together, something drastic happens, like out of nowhere. And you're going to have to work hard to get over it or get through it. The unconscious energy, looks like your mind is, looks like you might be being paranoid right now. Because this is an unconscious influence. So this is like sneaky energy, but it's also strategic. And Scorpios by nature are very strategic. So it could just be how you're being. You could be very strategic, or you're very worried about someone being strategic around you. And it's hard to get over on a Scorpio because we are all naturally very investigative. So it's very hard. Like, we'll figure it out. We'll just kind of feel the energy and know this ain't right. So it's really hard to get over on a Scorpio. And it could just be your own worry, and it could be you being strategic. This is in front of you. This is something major. could be a wedding. Maybe somebody proposed to you. I don't know. It could be something like that. But this is a large institution. Right? This is something that's going to be on a major scale. Maybe this sudden change is something you worked hard on, like social media wise. Like here, I'm trying to be a content creator, at least somewhat. And it blows up on a major scale. So some of you may have been working on something like that. This is what you've been working really hard on. And then out of nowhere, boom, it just blows up. Huge. Because that's what the Hierophant represents. Huge energy. Now, this is you right now. Of course, this is Scorpio all the time anyway. I mean, I get it. It's an Aries card or whatever, but this is the position of you. And while you would say, well, Mars, planet of war, Mars is the soldier. Scorpio is the general. So it's a very similar energy. So this would be the person telling the soldiers what to do. And I've said it before. That's why Veterans Day is in November. Just a heads up. Because it's Scorpio time. And Scorpio represents strategy, specifically in war. Why you think the Praetorian in the Roman Praetorian that protected the emperors, why you think their symbol was a scorpion? If you didn't know that, now you do know. Scorpio definitely represents more than just sex and inheritances, the occult, all that. They also represent strategy. So it could be you being very strategic right now. And this is something that you worked very hard on. And boom, out of nowhere it blows up. Could be really good. This is in your environment. This looks like there's a fire sign in your environment, but it also could just be in the environment like you're feeling accomplished. Like I wanted what I wanted and I got it. I got exactly what I wanted. This was what I wanted. This was what my passion was. I got it. But it also could be a fire sign influence in your life. It could be somebody in your environment right now. They could be somebody that's helping you with this in this situation. You know, helping or hindering you. I mean, I imagine if something that you created blows up, you're going to get money from it. So it's definitely going to be helping you. It could be some kind of money comes in from this. Like especially if it's something that you did that blows up on social media, or if it's just something that you created and worked really hard on. Whether it could be at work, because this could be a big corporation. Maybe it gets noticed and you get a big opportunity, big bump in money, big raise in some way. You know, celebration. It could be at this celebration. Maybe this celebration is because of whatever this. It could be a sudden windfall of money. Like if you've been like working really hard. I mean, also it could be, some kind of payout for something that, like maybe an insurance payout, like maybe your house got damaged in some way. You get a big insurance payout. You've been working hard. You were working hard, and then just suddenly weather or something destroyed it. It's like, damn. And you're wanting to try to keep your home or whatever, but then you can't. And maybe you get a big insurance payout, something like that. It could be any of these things, but it looks like money's coming in some way. But it could just be that, like I said, whatever you created blows up, or you're able to monetize it in some way. Like even if it's a product that you created. And then the outcome's new ideas. Maybe this gives you the ability to really like focus on like what you want, or creating new ideas and creating, because you get maybe some kind of financial freedom, or some kind of big opportunity that puts you like at the top of the company or something, or the top of the business. Like, and they want your input, your ideas of whatever this, and it could be spiritual too, right? This could be spiritual growth. This could be enlightenment. Boom, you've been working hard in your spiritual practice. Bam, the lightning bolt hits. You wake up, you know. And you become the Hierophant. You know, this is the guy that talks to God. And Scorpios are in that part of the zodiac, right? A lot of people don't understand the occult. The reason Scorpio is so significant and people focus on it so much is because that little area right in between Scorpio and Sagittarius, if you study any occult books, you understand that's the alignment to the center of the Milky Way galaxy. It's the part of the zodiac that aligns with the center of the Milky Way galaxy. I'm not going to go any further on it. You can research it on your own. But if you have a lot of Scorpio and Sagittarius in your chart, especially in combination, you're going to have energy that's very close to the center of the Milky Way galaxy. Me, all of my stuff is right there between Scorpio and Sagittarius. I have a stellium that goes from Scorpio to Sagittarius. It's all in that area. And it can be hard to fathom, but it is very powerful energy. And maybe you're getting activated. And it just, all kinds of ideas come through. You know, there's all kinds of interpretations, but it's actually all good. But it's saying that some kind of adjustment will be required for this to happen. But my guess is it has to do with this sudden change, whatever that is, or this sudden bolt, or this sudden recognition. You're going to have to, when a major change like this happens, you're going to have to adjust yourself in some way in order to be able to, you have to adapt with the situation. If your situation changes, you have to change with it. It's just the way it works. But that doesn't seem to be anything that's too difficult. Scorpios can be stubborn because we are fixed signs, but I'd say we're better at changing than many of the other ones. Better than Taurus, probably. Aquarius is probably really good at it. And Leos, they're probably about the same as Scorpio, but I'm not going to generalize too much. Anyway, with that being said, Scorpio, please consider liking, subscribing, and commenting. You don't have to if you don't want to, but it does help me out, and it'll help the channel grow, and I really would appreciate it. And I read all the comments, I promise. I will respond. But you don't have to if you don't want to. Either way, I'm just grateful that you're here and grateful that you're watching the video. And with that being said, thank you, and I hope you're here again. Bye, Scorpio.